Hey. Um,
Adam LZ initiates, and then outside.
We're here for Formula Drift, New Jersey. You guys know this is historically a really good track for me. It feels like my hometown. I've turned a lot of laps here. I got my E36 on a figure 8 and I know how to drive here. I'm stoked. It's gonna be a good weekend. It's a pro spec weekend, so the days are really spread out. We got a little bit of practice today and a lot of hanging out.
We're here. Back at the channel. We're here at FD New Jersey. And you know the deal. We're gonna go have some fun in my sim Drift HQ.
I didn't get a chance to meet Hopspin.
Gonna go have a blast. I'm gonna kill it like
He was
I always do.
chilling in the
LZ
booth.
out.
It is what it is. We'll meet him next year.
Alright, back in the hot seat at New Jersey, one of my favorite tracks. Let's do the thing. I kind of f***ed up entry a little bit. I entered with my visor down and it freaked me out, so I was like one hand pushing my visor down on entry. But the second half of the course I felt a little bit better.
Seeing him do that in IRL was insane. He was so fast. Couldn't even keep up with the recording. That's exactly what I do. Just throttle clutch, keep the car there, and then when you have to adjust a little bit, left foot brake. It's so crazy how much the sim can apply to the real life and the real life to
But
the
I was
sim.
struggling with that last corner. I don't know how to explain what's happening there, but I'd like to watch that video and then talk with you, Freddie, from an engineering side.
looks like he came
Practice went
up
well.
short right
Definitely
there.
dialing in the setup a little bit. I'm super comfy with the track. Just trying to make some changes to make the car as easy to drive as possible. It's fast, we have plenty of speed, so it's more so making adjustments to maintain the speed, but make the car easier to drive. All right, spoiler, you guys can probably already tell by the title of this video, but it's a good one because I got another win at E-Town, baby. And to celebrate, we're doing a special sale on Drift HQ and Sim HQ. If you use the code LZPodium5, you'll get 5% off site-wide. And then on LZMFG, we just dropped a new banner and a new combo Nabori flag. You can either get the left, the right, or you can get the pair. Looks super sick. Plus, we're doing 20% off on all E36 related merch. I'll put a link in the description so you can check out what we got. But the sale on all 3 sites is only gonna last for 48 hours, so make sure to head over and get something before it's gone or you're too late. And also, I don't ask you guys nearly enough, and I usually forget till the end of the video, and most of you guys get bored of me by then always. Just hit the like button for me on this one, and it'll motivate me to win more, okay?
I'm glad I wasn't there for that thunderstorm because I had no way home.
Yo, those things are cool.
I went Saturday, so everything was nice and warm again.
Back from over there. Like, it's because you're doing too much. You gotta stop working and ride the Suron more.
Did you hear that? Brian said Surons are cool as
Yeah, that rips. From that road course over here, and I'm like, oh, I gotta buy one.
Dude, on the trails, it's a game changer.
Yeah, I bet it's good.
Hey, we gotta wire the Supra still, so that's the Suron trip.
He's coming back, Jets, homie. He's not leaving the country yet.
I just want to go do fun things. I want to do laps too, and I don't even care to get sleep. It's been such a boring day. I don't even care. Yeah, I don't even care what. Hi guys, my prediction is we're getting a lightning delay right now. No fun stuff happening.
Yeah.
You're not.
Go record Greg
Yeah.
from the hood.
Damn it. Hang on, I'll put it back on. I don't know how to put it on properly.
Why did you get that strike? Because that was
A little bit.
The only one that I have is the one on the bike. I borrow it.
Is that a thing?
No.
Go home.
Check it. Yeah, take the bag. It's only, I think I got 2. One in the bag and
I
then
think
one
you
on
would
the
look
bike.
really good with a mullet.
I feel like the mullet and like the V8 thing is that. Why do you have? You have a Jay-Z.
I had a mullet in 2010 and it just stayed the whole time.
Got it.
Just come
That's
down
kind of
here
like
with
me.
the flesh
Like
card.
I wore skinny jeans for so long when they're on.
So
cool
just
that
come
they
down
made
here
me
with the
mullet.
flesh card when you're ready to grab it.
Oh, you don't need one?
Yeah, I'm like super late. to
Baggy
trends.
boy, baby.
Yeah. I started doing
Guess
stuff
I
after
could
stuff.
get rid of the mullet. I don't want to get rid of the mullet.
Fun fact: we sealed the windshield so if it rains, I'm gonna be dry, baby.
I don't know.
No, we'll see. Well, I guess these are still open.
The body guys did.
The confidence is real.
Getting bad.
Not the rig.
See a Broadway play tonight?
I gotta take Adam, stop it.
Yeah, well, you're not taking it forever. You're just using it tonight.
Someone
So
run!
you say Daniel's using yours.
Run!
There's another one in the bag, but that one is like the one that you have to push the little pin in.
Sandra, get in there!
Close the thing. It's underneath that. Yes, the brown bag.
I literally yelled storm watch, and then it happened.
Did almost hit me while I was running in.
Holy
Oh my god!
It was like a,
you can't see anything.
Yo, what the?
Oh my god!
Oh, what's going on?
up?
Gone. He doesn't even have a pit anymore. I told you guys to put your rain gear, but no, we didn't believe me. No. I told you guys about rain gear. I texted my whole group and was like, hey, let's prepare for stupid heavy thunderstorms.
Right.
They're like, okay, we'll get ready. 2 minutes ago, they're like, our pit is gone. I was like,
Love that we get a Florida storm, not in Florida. East Coast is crazy sometimes. I thought it was just going to be a thunderstorm.
it's gonna rain a little bit.
No. Yeah.
Lieutenant driver.
What the heck is Dan doing when heading to scooters? That car went from looking like that to looking completely fine the next day. Like, Jeff Jones is an awesome dude. I spent the whole day over there just talking to him. And his car, you couldn't even tell the difference. It went back to being complete. Either it was a different, it just was a second car, or it was the exact same car. Couldn't tell the difference. And I don't think Jeff Jones have two of them. I think he only has one. So, just
Yeah.
All right, so there was a tornado officially. No one got hurt.
Hello?
A lot of tents wound up on people's
What's up,
roofs.
man?
Cinder blocks were flying
How
through
you doing,
there.
bro?
Cars got
oh,
damaged
good,
to
oh,
bits.
good, you.
Jeff Jones, we love you.
Doing
His
pretty
car
good.
got hurt really bad by the tree. I don't know if Mike
Trying
filmed
to
it.
hop on this today.
But every human is safe, for what I know.
Oh,
It was a
I'll be
tornado,
driving
there was a
after
plane
this
in the
video.
sky. And now we're going to Hooters, not because we want to go to Hooters,
what
just
are you
because
trying to
everyone wants
do?
to go change and it happens to be in our hotel parking lot. Yeah. I don't believe in Hooters.
Chet, I had to talk with Dylan Hughes. Super cool dude.
Good morning, Michael.
You look good in that thing. Alright, fast forward, it is competition day today. It's Saturday. We're getting a little bit of extra practice just because we didn't get to practice when we had that whole tornado bullshit happen. So, we're gonna go make the best of it.
He uses a lot of left foot brake in practice run, but in a full run, he was not left foot braking at all. Just sending it.
I woke up and I chose violence. I don't know if you guys can tell on that lead run. I don't know why. I was just like, I want to see if I can be floored the whole time. And I used the clutch instead of ever lifting my foot from the gas pedal, and it sounded sick. But with how hot it is outside, Freddie said maybe don't do that all the time. Yeah. But it was a really good run. My leads feel really good. Chasing, I started pushing a lot more, so I'm feeling good. Yeah. There's a couple like areas and room for improvement, but it's hard to just find the balance of like, there's just like a fine line. Like if you push it too hard, something weird can happen if you get too greedy. So it's like, you gotta know when to take the chances, I guess. Right. And that's what I was trying to figure out through practice. But car feels good. About to go into top 32 against Rad Dan. The homie. The Florida man, Rad Dan. No longer a California man, Rad Dan. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Bye.
Never looked safer in his life.
Safe? Oh, stop.
Pedals are one on the lead. Gotta keep it clean, lean and mean. I know what to do. Patience.
Adam LZ got a podium. He got third place. You got a signature wheel now?
Does he? Yeah, maybe.
You.
Oh, I mean, hey, he'll engrave it.
All right. Adam LZ initiated into that Drift HQ BMW E36. Dan Burkett, how is he?
Oh.
He's not. I think he got blinded. Like I said, I mean, that, how he came out of that would be insane. And it looks like LZ continues on through the paces. Didn't see any contact. He was back there quite a bit. Man, the amount of smoke that BMW is kicking off is just biblical, man. He is just riding the train. Looks like cotton coming out of the back.
Rad Dan and Fredric, they be having a hard time with their cars, man. Those cars are not. For Fredric, I finally understand after seeing that Ferrari in real life. That shit is massive. I don't know how the fuck he drives that shit.
Damn, he's spun out.
But Rad Dan, the Supra is a little weird.
Kind of using that smoke trail to your advantage, and that's the case. If you're not in the right spot in the chase, if you're not completely next to them out of that smoke line, it's impossible to see an Adam, you know, just absolutely pumping out the smoke on that, which doesn't make it any easier on Rad Dan.
All right, considering that he spun, I will give it a very mid-tier chase, just keeping close enough to stay out of the smoke trail, but enough to not take risks. Sucks because this isn't a fun way to drive, but it's what you got to do.
That was a nice run. He played it safe.
Driving like that wasn't fun.
Adam LZ, he won here in E-Town in 2023. Rad Dan Burkett, love to get on the box. The Rad Industries Supra, he has a big uphill climb here in that Mark IV Supra. He tries transition. He came out a little bit early, maybe even fighting the car a little bit there on the transition, but the Mark IV Supra, definitely a weapon. Now he is leading, and Adam LZ chasing him down. Big angle trouble there. He tries to throw it out as he finishes and crosses that finish line.
It looked like it was down maybe a couple hundred horsepower, but either way.
Yeah, unfortunately, that big spin there. Adam LZ unanimously gets the win, so.
Definitely not the way that I'd want to win. I also, like, it takes everything in me not to still do a good chase because I want to put on a show and I hate driving like a bitch. But what I was saying before, sometimes you got to know when not to take risks if you're trying to win. It's kind of, I don't want to say funny, but it's a little ironic. We always get like stuck in this, I don't want to call it an ethical dilemma, but Freddie tunes a lot of trucks here at FD, and he always asks me like, oh, should I help them, should I not help them? My MO is always like, I would rather everyone have the most fair chances of being able to battle than to win because someone's car isn't running right.
Right.
And the irony is that Rad Dan was having issues in seating yesterday. Freddie told him to stop because he was going to blow his motor because there was a fuel pressure issue, which inadvertently resulted in him driving against me. Freddie helped him fix the issue and resolve the car, which is like kind of going against, like, as my crew chief, that's kind of going against us, our chances of winning. But Rad Dan's a homie, and the last thing I'd want is to win like that. I mean, I don't want to win like this either. I don't really know what point I was making with this.
We get it. It's
like Rad Dan.
It's the moral of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, I just want ice cream.
Beast of the Bay, Matt Field.
Give me that hat. Give me that hat.
Can you see me in the video? No, you can't. I was literally right there. Insane. Oh, man. This kid right here. Oh my God, this kid. Bro, this kid made me laugh from the inside, man. This kid right here called James Dean Adam. I was like, what the? And then some lady had to tell him that's James Dean. And then he wanted a picture. James Dean just blew him off. I was like, yep. I was like, there was a lot of people at FD that didn't know shit about FD that was just there. I was like, this was so weird. Oh, man.
Do something cool, dude. That's sick.
Make some noise for Adam LZ!
I know what I gotta do. Gotta make sure I get a decent enough flick going in because he doesn't fire off until halfway through the zone. So I gotta be ready for that. Everywhere else I know what to do. Assert dominance, keep throttle through the last transition. Gonna have to push hard since we're chasing first, and then on my lead, just have some fun. Now let's do this. 1, 2, 3, look at me. That felt okay. He had a really big lift in the middle of outer zone 2, which kind of me up, but it felt like a decent chase. What'd you think?
All right, Chris the Force Forsberg, Adam LZ, ready to throw down some Neff later on as Jason Jones is watching on from Barbados. He's cheering him on. Chris Forsberg in that all-new Z initiates into that first outside zone. Adam LZ drops into formation. Got a little precarious there into that first outside zone. Forsberg sets and forgets in the NOS energy drink. Nismo, all-new Z, and the Drift HQ BMW Intel. Look at that, Neff on the roofs, popping cans in that last outside zone, bringing it on home. Well done by both the drivers. Great placement by Chris Forsberg. Adam LZ in that BMW, very comfortable. You got to think he knows what to do here. He got third place last year. He loves this track, and the track loves him.
Yeah, both drivers on their game through this run. I mean, Chris, solid. all the way through, and it's just right here where Adam able to mirror it so well. This is that right there. When you're looking at the textbook of a perfect follow, that's it in that section. He's got the line, he's got the angle, he's got the proximity. He's not smoking into the side of Forsberg, but Chris, so stable through that section. It gives Adam the confidence to be able to jump into the pocket, sit there, set the car up, and look at this. It's such a perfect mirroring all the way through this last section. So great job from both drivers. Chris for, kind of tossing the ball right up in the air, and that allows Adam to knock it out of the park. So
all right, so focus on my zones, and that's what we got to do. Get into outer zone 2 early, make sure to fill outer zone 3. I know everything else. Boop, 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 be-doop, doop. A lot of smoke. Car goes vroom a lot. Lots of vrooming. I know what to do. Biff that entry. Yeah, I entered a little bit too early coming into the entry. I just f***ed up my timing because I left a little bit slower because I don't want to hit a cone. But thankfully it sounds like he made a mistake. I was just driving like a head.
At Utah Motorsports Campus just outside of Salt Lake City, and then October we'll be back in Long Beach for the Shoreline Showdown. Straight to Long Beach once again, but a different course. So Adam LZ initiates the first outside zone, using all the course in the first outside zone. Forsberg looks like he has a hiccup there, and he shuts it. Doesn't shut it down, but definitely offline.
I think this is the one where Forsberg had an understeer.
Past that inside clip, Forsberg trying to make up for it, going to this last outside zone.
Yep,
yeah,
there it
I
is.
see it. Yep, I saw it way before that. You see, he was about to understeer into the second car.
A lot worse. I think
play
he
that
kept him
shit.
off the wall. Seemed pretty straight, but Adam went into. Did he go into the wall?
It looked like
I want to look at it again.
It did look like Adam
Oh, is
touched
that a
the wall there
400?
and came out of the first.
I called it while I was sitting there with the other homies. They were like, "What happened?" I was like, "He had an understeer," and then the judges and then the commentators called it right after. I was like,
Yeah, watch the understeer. It's crazy. Holy shit. Starts. He gets kind of close and then it starts. You're like right around there, I think.
It's a really, really weird one. Judges
Oh no, it's the next
giving
one.
Jared some information.
it looked like he was losing power. Something must have gone wrong in the
Right
engine.
there. There it is.
And yeah, that was a weird one.
The second he initiated that second weight transfer, it started.
Nah, it looked like the car was bogging. Like it wouldn't
Does it?
go.
Oh yeah,
It wouldn't go as like he wanted to throttle, but the car is like woo woo, like losing power as he's going. Oh, and he also DB'd.
Oh yeah, shit. That's probably what happened. Front wheel, that would make him understeer. Less tire pressure, more grip in the front.
He tucked right in. So unfortunately, with Chris Forsberg having those mistakes there, Adam LZ gets the win. LZ advances on into the Great 8.
That boy better figure it out. He's fine, bro. We got lucky, bro. That was trash. I don't know what our boy was doing. The lead run's been good. I don't know about that one. Woo! Let's go, boy. That was better. I still don't feel like I'm driving my best. I feel like I kind of got lucky because I biffed up that first outer zone, but thankfully he made a mistake behind me. I think I'm just driving like such a I think it's really hard for people to chase me. It's not intentional. I just want to drive cool, and that's what I'm doing.
Do make sure I don't enter too early this time. Not a big change, small adjustment. Done this track enough. Hit my marks. That's what's really gonna seal the deal on this. Win on the lead, not on the chase. Or both, whatever. I dropped a tire that caused a pretty big bobble in outer zone 2. How bad do you think it affected him, or am I going to get docked heavy for that, Ginge? Do I need to push really hard?
In that Drift HQ, BMW, Stuke in the white.
Daniel Stuke was driving immaculate throughout this whole run.
Clean start, no cones hit.
It was insane level of driving I've never seen from Stuke before.
Previously, and he does it once again. Daniel Stuke, hopefully his spotter was in his ear telling him, look, this is what you can expect. There it is again, you just talked about it. You can only blame yourself if you go off course there in the lead run. Doesn't affect the attitude of the car too much, but it does disrupt, again, that chase car. Like, where are you going? I don't know if I go that deep, but there we go. So crossing that finish line.
When you start to get this deep into competition, you're trying to figure out where can I gain a bit of an advantage. Adam LZ looks really good to that first outside zone, makes that correction, and does get a little bit deep to the second outside zone, dipping the one tire through there. Stuke choosing to take more of an inside line to keep the proximity, to keep the angle, but not able to get the line. And then Adam looks really good through the third outside zone. You can tell just how fast that BMW is, able to get things set up. I mean, the team on Adam's end is knowing how to get this car set up.
I'll make sure to match angle. I still entered a little early. I got to push it a little deeper, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. I just got to be a little bit careful going into that other zone. I got to remember when I enter, don't go too far track right. Make sure to pick up the throttle. He's nice and smooth there. I know what I got to do. I think we got that. What do you think, boys?
Daniel Stuke will lead. This is a restart. Strike one for Daniel Stuke. 3 strikes and you're out. Meaning if you jump the line before the light's extinguished, you hit a cone, or if you're even a failure to launch. All right, but it looks like we got a clean start here. Daniel Stuke out front, bringing in that first outside zone. LZ looks like he had to kind of hesitate a little bit, bring it back in just a little bit, but Stuke puts the car in the right place as opposed to Adam. We saw him get involved in the dirt here. Stuke brings it into that inside clip. LZ can't even see him, like a magic show. Catch an early flight home from San Diego. Now in that last outside zone across the finish line goes Stuke and LZ. Well done.
Yeah, Stuke, every run, just getting this car figured out, feeling more comfortable. This is the best driving we've seen out of Stuke. There's a couple of small things here and there that he's got to make the improvements on, but he's making improvements every single run. So gets in that initiation, lots of angle, does push him out of the zone just a little bit. Adam having to fight through the smoke to get back into it, and then Stuke just locks it into the second outside zone, and Adam, you know, just shoving that car through, trying to get the proximity, but holds the angle really well. Great transition from both drivers. Coming into third outside zone, there it is, LZ in the pocket the whole time. Stuke planted, solid, level, great run from him. Love to see it. It's, yeah, it's really, really fantastic when a driver figures it out, gets comfortable, and starts laying down lines like this. This is phenomenal to see. And Adam, I mean, he crushes at this track. Absolutely crushes.
Yeah, he likes his track. I mean, he knows Orlando. He knows him and that BMW. You know, he had some time with the Ford Mustang, and he's very familiar with that car. This car suits him just so well.
You make a mistake, it's over. It's done.
All right, one more time, Adam LZ, and Adam LZ gets the victory. Even with going off course, it wasn't too detrimental to Daniel Stuke. I got to say, Adam just a little more dominant, and I agree with that call. Could have gone one more time, and of course, with a great run like that.
Top 4, baby, let's get
it's like the most stressful shit ever. Like, it's the smallest thing, but like BMW with these contacts, bro, they gotta step it up. It like sort of touches, rubber debris gets in there, dirt, whatever the tires kick up. It's terrible. We change light bulbs and light bulb holders more than anything. And I know before you say it, we're gonna get the LED taillights, but they're expensive, and when they explode, like, then you gotta change the whole taillight bulb. You know, the whole taillight assembly. And they don't look as cool.
No.
It's all about looking cool.
OEM plus, baby.
Yeah. Whatever. We Gucci. Okay. Some people talk about bumper budget. We're going through that light budget.
Alright, we got O'Sully leading first, which is cool. Gotta keep it clean, keep it mean. One thing I gotta be mindful of is it gets kind of tricky because you come back through your own smoke on this track. Makes the last zone kind of not the easiest. Make sure I don't enter too early. Get to outer zone too early. I know what I gotta do. And we have some fun on the chase.
Pattern is clear. Track is hot. Two BMWs, an older one, the E36 of Adam LZ. Rips through the chicane. Let's see if he's got another clean initiation. Use all the course. Almost taps that E36 back bumper and wing on the wall. Brings in the second outside zone. He knows his track. He got third last year. Can he better? Look at O'Sully. Tucks in nicely. The counter steer, the white wheel sticking out, showing minimal, if any, corrections at all in that last outside zone. Again, Adam LZ giving this great lead run. O'Sully seized the opportunity and dropped into formation.
Yeah, both cars are wicked right up to. You can see they're fighting for every little bit of grip in this. They're trying to get as much speed out of this. Adam LZ cranking the wheel speed with tons of smoke all the way through. Connor having to take a bit of a shallower line through the second part of the outside zone to really push the pace, and there he goes, starting to bounce off the inside of Adam LZ as they come through that inside clip. Connor loading the car up through the transition. Adam super smooth into our third outside zone, and then both drivers stamping it at the end.
Consistent proximity. Need to do good in one. He was pretty good on one. Need to take risks. Not a slouch battle. Need to do some things. He's gonna be fast. E-chassis, E-chassis, E-chassis. That's what I'm talking about. Go home, kid. Get your out of here. I gotta pee.
O'Sully will lead. Adam LZ chasing him down. Let's see what kind of run O'Sully initiates right into that first outside zone. Adam LZ a little late to transition to that first and the second big outside zone. Holy cow, we are rubbing and racing and ripping and gripping into this inside clip transition. The last one, Adam LZ dives in. Look at the aggression. He's just chomping. And I saw red light. He's decelling. That was all right. We're gonna need to see that overhead cam. That looked dynamic. It looked insane. It looked intense. But we're gonna need that overhead view. Look at this.
Yeah. There's some good respect
doing this, that. You know. Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
There's some BMW on BMW action here. Connor does a really good job through the first outside zone. Adam realizes the speed that Connor's got and does an amazing job to get into the pocket right off the bat in the second outside zone. Connor leaving that door wide open for Adam to be able to go in there and knock it. Great transition, amazing dive to get back in. Connor doing a good job, and Adam is just all over him in the chase. Showing, I mean, we talked about this with Odie. when you see a driver of this caliber all over your door having to do that to you, that is a sign of respect that Connor O'Sullivan can drive this way, that Adam's got the trust in his driving to be able to get in there and rub that front wheel on the door. Connor O'Sullivan just punching so far above his weight right now and taking the battle to these veteran pros with an amazing pedigree. This is nuts.
Well
in
said.
Top 4.
You know,
we'll raise some money and pay the fine.
Slide him left for Adam LZ, right for Connor O'Sullivan, and Adam LZ gets the victory. Adam LZ gets the win and advances to the finals. He is bettering his third place finish last year. Can he get the win? He'll have to go against a multiple year champion. It's either James the Machine Dean, 4-time and defending champion, or Fredric the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, our current points leader.
Hell yeah, boys, we're on the podium no matter what, motherfuckers. Let's just put this on the first place, and then we're gonna have fun, I guess. As long as we have Neft there too, that's okay. That's a thing. People use vodka in margaritas, I'm pretty sure. Nah, I've definitely had a margarita with vodka before. Yeah, but some can't drink tequila, so they be putting vodka in their We call it the Podium Potion.
Alright, it's time to go beat Aasbo. We beat him here before. We can do it again. He drives the car, so do I, so the probability's high.
You got this, bud.
I got you, babe. If you already saw my first plug, I appreciate you watching until the end of the video, but if you skipped ahead, you, but I'm still going to tell you the thing that you missed earlier in the video, and that is you can get 5% off on Drift HQ or Sim HQ using the code LZPodium5 site-wide for the next 48 hours. Plus, on LZMFG, we launched a new E36 banner and 2 new E36 Nobori flags, and you can get 20% off all E36 related merch, including these new banners and flags by clicking the link.
I was thinking so hard of buying those flags. I was like, I should put it around my rig.
Do more sales. Go shop and make sure to like the video.
All right, we got Aasbo. We've beaten him here before. I know what to do. The big thing that I need to do is take a little bit more risk on the first corner, like on outer zone 1. I'm leaving a little bit of gap there, and I guess that's how we won the last battle, was by closing the door there. So I'll need to work on that. I just want to make a big change because I feel pretty good about my chase other than that. So I'll push a little bit deeper, maybe enter a little bit closer to him, and then the rest of the track, I know what I got to do. I love Aasbo's transitions at this track. Super snappy. I know what I got to do. Just got to remember to take a little bit more risk on outer zone 1. I think that'll be very important. So cool, they have the crowd all lighting up their phones and All right, I know what to do. Wasn't great, but I felt pretty good. What do you think about that, Ginge?
Is it going to be a repeat for Aasbo like he did in Long Beach, or is Adam LZ going to get the win here in E-Town? Light up the night, New Jersey, E-Town. Let's send it here at the Gauntlet. Fredric Aasbo initiates in that first outside zone. He places it nice and proper. Adam LZ goes off course. He explodes the outside zone delineation mark. And look at that, there goes Fredric Aasbo, Adam LZ. He now is applying the pressure. Is it too much? No, it's not. Going to the last outside zone. Freddie Stand and deliver right there. Adam LZ overcooked it just a little bit on initiation. What an initiation and an entry there by Freddie. Didn't anything to throw off Adam.
No, I mean, Freddie's right in there, and Adam knows he's got to push really hard to take out a Fredric Aasbo. Just the poster boy for perfection when it comes to Freddie. As he gets through this zone, Adam is right there the whole time, knowing he had a slight bobble in that first outside zone, trying to make up for it in the second. Amazing transition from both drivers to get into third, and there is Adam right there through the entire time. A small mistake in the beginning, but I think he knows that. He knows he's got to make up for it, and we see it as Adam just not able to keep up. Bathes in smoke, makes the most of it through this transition and gets right back into the pocket through the second outside zone, and then keeping up that Rockstar Supra is Adam in the Drift HQ BMW through this transition back on throttle and into that outside zone, and there it is, just a little kiss from Adam LZ on the side of Freddie's door.
All right, so I'll make sure to fill all of outer 2. I will say he did a weird, he kind of rocket shipped away from me in the beginning of 2 and then slowed down a bunch, so I don't know if the judges will see that or not. I'll just do the most perfect lead I can. All right, let's do it. What to do. Car definitely is pulling power a little bit on that last one. Yo, that entry was sick though, huh? Hell yeah, the backy paid off, boys. I let that swang. All these motherfuckers wanted to see a backy, but I had to save it for the finals. I tell you what, brother. And it was smooth too. Like I didn't do a stall or anything. It was fast as boy.
And Adam LZ needs to throw down a heater, maybe force an error for Fredric Aasbo. Let's send it for the final time. Or is it? Adam LZ initiates in the outside zone. He drags bumper, sparks go flying. Freddie makes a mistake. He goes into the inside. Could Adam LZ get the victory? A massive mistake by Fredric Aasbo, or is it? We'll take a look at the replay. Adam LZ, great recovery on that first run, and now a dynamic lead run. Could this be a win for Adam LZ? As
that throw was insane.
But a victory up for grabs here at the Gauntlet Round 4, the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Adam LZ rises to the occasion, taking down potentially a gladiator and a 3-time champion of Fredric Aasbo.
When somebody is so calculated like Fredric Aasbo, the best way to take him down is by being the complete opposite and just being a wild man. Adam LZ, look at this, sparks flying. He does it. Taps the wall in initiation, fills the first outside zone, and shakes off the 3-time champ. This is what I'm talking about. This is how you shake somebody who is so robotic and so perfect, is you throw something in the system they've never seen before. Adam LZ does something no one else has done this entire weekend or possibly ever. Look at this initiation on the wall. Sparks flying, bumpers flying, and Fredric Aasbo gets lost in the sauce as Adam LZ hucks one of the gnarliest initiations in drifting history here in E-Town tonight. Holy cow.
Well done by Adam LZ. We talked about this in the James battle. You gotta force an error. Fredric systematically just turns up more and more. This is the God damn! The wall!
I think we did. That entry was fire, Ziggler. Let's go!
But let's celebrate with some donuts.
Yeah.
Everybody wins here in E-Town. What an event, man. We had a great event in Orlando. Dab it up. What a drive. Smiles all around. I mean, everybody, a round of applause for our final 3 and all the driving. From seating brackets to thunderstorms to pro spec to now pro. Let's announce your top 3 here at round 4 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship here at Englishtown, aka E-Town, the Gauntlet. Congratulations. 3rd place goes to James the Machine Dean, third place here at E-Town. And now your winner here at round 4 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. What a great effort by both pilots. Throwing sparks, throwing smoke. Back on the box once again, your winner, round 4 at the Gauntlet Formula Drift Pro Championship unanimously is Adam LZ gets the win.
Hell yeah.
And Fredric Aasbo with second place in the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Lorette, how does that back end look? Because he backed that thing in like a dump truck. Down to you.
Exactly that. I want to talk about that initiation. Adam LZ, that was absolutely incredible. Walk us through that.
Editing
Sometimes it just happens,
people's.
I'll be honest. I just, when I'm driving with someone like Aasbo or even against Dean, I just push as hard as I can, and when you start going faster, you got to scrub the speed, so you throw it backwards. It worked, sometimes it doesn't work, and it worked, and here we are.
Incredible, absolutely phenomenal. And let's talk about the effort. From 1 to 100, what was the percentage of effort that you had to put in to beat Fredric Aasbo?
Oh, I mean, I was putting in 100% effort all night. I mean, the battle with O'Sully, I pushed so hard. He was driving phenomenally. I was really proud of that chase. Some of the earlier battles, I felt like I kind of got lucky and I didn't need to drive hard. These last 2 battles I worked for.
Amazing, amazing. And this is his second win here in New Jersey. The first one came in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Your winner of New Jersey.
2 years later,
Adam
he
LZ.
wins again. Let's go.
I just wanted to do cool Yeah, hell yeah. And now I can say I only got 3 hours of sleep last night. What's up? And I still won. Don't need sleep. So like, the same thing happened in Poland before, where like I stayed out a little too late and it worked out in my favor. So I said I'd do the same thing again, and it worked. That's right.
We found the formula.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got the shoot. Brother, sparks off the walls, like first time
I could do better for sure. Damn, where was he?
he wasn't there.
Hey, remember when we were on the line? I don't like
That's like hard work, right?
That's a lot. Event after event, we're like gutted.
That
But
up again. Again. Not this time,
fired. How
though.
many times fired? 5 times fired? 3 times fired?
Our boy did it.
But he's rehired. He's rehired. He's rehired.
My hand hurts from high fives.
Dude, oh my God.
Wow.
Dude, you're gonna get it all through the night.
If your hand isn't raw.
You know what? My finger's gonna hurt from the margarita maker.
Yeah. You coming over?
No.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. High tech.
Did you guys have fun tonight or what?
Hell yeah, I had fun.
So first and foremost, want to award this to our seating bracket winner. This gentleman, love this guy. Got to spend some time with him in Australia. He's a great, lovable dude. Jack Shanahan. Third place here, round 4 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, Mr. James the Machine Dean. Pro Championship, Fredric. And now let's award our winner. Manufacturer, Mr. Adam LZ.
Heck yeah. Man, it was a beautiful thing to witness, being there, seeing everybody scream and being excited. It was awesome.
Hold them up, kids. Congratulations, your hose is sticking out, bro. Is that what got you the win? Now you're just showboating. Now you're just showing up. It's cool, Stuke, kids. Adam, dude, again, you had that, literally the special spark. Watching these guys, what did you say to yourself? You know you're going against some of the best drifters in the world. James, Fredric, I mean, just the talent that's out there. Like you said, reviewing just 2 years ago.
All right, let's get to driving.
This night.
Yes, sir.
Stoked. I didn't even realize how much really fast it came out here. All my partners that helped make this whole race program possible. We're out here, we're in E36, we got a sweet trailer now, we got a killer team, the vibes are awesome, and it's a great way to be officially, I think, halfway into the season. Yep. So, yeah, I don't know where we're at in points, do you know?
You were 6th before you won, so I don't...
Hopefully it'd be sick if I was below 4th.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I got in points, what my standing is?
Up there, man. Hopefully in 3rd, right?
That'd be sick, I want to look it up right now. Championship, kinda.
Wait, what are we?
We're in 3rd.
No way.
Yeah.
I was right.
Yeah, I mean, Technically, we're tied with Hero and Odie. Dang. But that's like, it's achievable. The championship is achievable. Yeah. There's a 50-point gap, which is kind of a lot. Yeah. Fire me up! So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you didn't like the video, it makes me really sad, so do that. I don't have to say enough. And see you guys.
Of course I liked the video. I liked it as soon as I clicked it. I sing this song, I sing this intro song to him, and he laughed. I was like, oh, heck yeah. I was like, what you said? Let's go. When you said that you love me, nobody knows you like I do. Alright, let's get to some driving. Oh man, now I'm pretty sure everybody's now driving Seattle because that's next. So let's see. Or they might still be driving New Jersey. Let's see here. I mean St. Louis, my bad, not Seattle, St. Louis. Yep, everybody's in St. Louis. A lot of people are still in the Englishtown, Orlando, Real World. We'll warm up in Englishtown and then hop onto St. Louis. Okay. Nobody knows you like I do. Of course, Adam's car is always taken, man. And I love supporting Adam, but you already know I'm Team RTR all the way. All right, let's get down. That felt a little weird. Let me make sure that I'm utilizing the right tune on the MOZA house. Wheel rotation was a little sloppy and slow. Okay. Probably increase the force feedback a little. Let me readjust the He sent me right to the wall with him. That was insane.
motherfucker. Hit the ball, you motherfucker. What's up? What you doing? Oh, Englishtown, huh? Yeah, let's go. Towns of the English. Let's go. He's probably on the way down of his energy. You come over with mad energy. Like, wake up, Sally. Let's go. Let's go. Go crazy. I'm about to check you out. Let's go. Initiation on 100. Let's go. Let's get it. You locked in. You locked in. Where's everybody at, Sally? Oh, shit. I guess as soon as I said that, somebody fly right in front of me. So that clip I had to record separate because they didn't have track cam. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just makes it harder, you know what I mean? I like those track cams, the tracks that have track cam because it just makes recording easier and no editing involved, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, that way you just focusing on having fun and catching a nice room. Little black metal plate. Yeah, it's the plate that goes for the keyboard. That's what, like, you can attach it to your cylinder. Yeah, it's that plate right there that, it's like a little...
As soon as you said plate, I was gonna say, I swear to God, if this dude says plate from his microwave,
like, that shit gone. If it was that shit would have broke right on impact with that, how hard I hit it.
Pulling it. What's up? We're on practice point. Did you clean install the cars?
Oh, Travis. Bro, I haven't been on. What's this called again? This track that you're on? Yeah, Sequoia. I haven't been here in a minute. No bullshit. Ever since like when I first started drifting, like I was like, damn, I used to be on the track faithfully.
Yeah, there's a lot of good tracks there.
Yeah, I'm like, this makes me want to go right here. It's cool. Those little humps, like how you drift over them.
Yeah, the little dips.
Yeah, at first that shit was not easy. I'm like, as soon as you go up there or down the thing, you drift out. Yeah, this shit's smooth.
Does it feel better with the MCG?
Yeah, this feels good. I feel like I could actually make these proper tandems with the boys with this.
This is an update of this car?
Yeah, these are, I'll send you everything. I'm just trying to get everything situated.
Get some upgrades to them, so.
I moved the CP location and all the starters to what we would do in life. It has percentage like decimal format, so, because that's the way it ranks in the setup, so I like converted and did all the data. They feel like I basically matched them one-to-one with the IRL counterparts as such.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, because I know what you mean by how a settle reads things.
Yeah.
It's just like when I'm making maps or whatever.
Exactly.
Zeros, ground, and grass and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. So like instead of using square meters, like a settle uses like millimeters or inches. So you just have to convert it to
yeah, it's like once you get the hang of it and really lock in, you're like, okay, I know what a settle likes. And yeah, exactly. Facts. You're like,
you start moving, the gears start moving, and you start getting places.
Facts.
I'll be right back.
When I first started making the maps or whatever, I'm watching the guy with the photos and shit. And he's like, yeah, KS editor, boom. I started looking on Google to search up for KS editor. And then I was like, damn, I cannot find this one. So I played the video, the tutorial, kept watching, and he's like, don't worry about KS editor, I'll show y'all later in the video how to, where to get that from. So I fast forward till I seen it. Bro, that's just in your folder of a set of code. KS editor is a free app that comes with a set of code. You can do adjustments. I'm like, bruh. That's why it goes to show you, when you're watching the tutorial, don't skip nothing. Just watch the whole thing. Start doing shit. You want to try to match him, like trying to do it at the same time, but you don't know where everything's at. I learned the hard way. Do not skip not even 2 seconds. For real, that 2 seconds might be where the information that you want is at. Yeah, bro. And I be watching like people that do tutorials and they're like, y'all keep asking me about these questions and y'all not watching the full video. You know how I know you didn't watch the full video? Because the question you're asking me is in the video. I said, nah. Let me stop playing this video. I'll watch this bullshit if I really want to learn. picture inside the car on the radio. That was fire. You got a screenshot? Like on the background type thing?
No, I don't know how to do what she did.
Oh, I thought you did that. I thought you put that one there like you was watching. It looked like you was watching a clip and then you know what you're doing. Kind of want one of those the seats for my rig. The seat that's in that car.
Oh, do not. That is what I would recommend. Never put it in a single sim. It is the worst idea.
Oh yeah. Nah. I want like one of those, but like a recliner. You know what I mean?
Nah, if you want a full-size seat, grab one out of like a fucking Ford Taurus or something else. You want something comfortable.
Facts.
Fuck something that's gonna hold you in place while you're sitting in place.
I got a whole full sim rig and I went with the bucket seat, and that's why I'm upgrading to. It's like downgrade upgrade, because I'm upgrading for comfortability but downgrading towards price range. I paid $500 for the bucket seat, and I'm probably gonna pay like $250 or $300 for like something real comfortable and nice looking. You know?
This seat's like a good
True, but something that looks nice too, because I have like one of the POV rigs like how Sideways got. So I wouldn't want, because when you look at it from the outside, like if you're just walking up to it, it looks aesthetically pleasing. Because some people make it look nice when you're on the GoPro, but then when you step back away from it and look at the, there's a lot of, things that you wouldn't see that's like just put together type shit.
G80 bucket seat would fit.
For word? I'm gonna get a thing too, a different like drift wheel for when I get into different cars. Yeah, because this is quick release, so you can just attach, reattach. I was just close to buying that new the GT wheel from MOZA. But I already got a GT wheel. I got I was gonna get it, but then I was like, nah, let me just hold back on it. And then, the outside of this car look like? Don't mind me asking. Oh yeah, you have VR. I just noticed. I thought you I thought you was using that interface. Then I just really realized that when you like you stepped up oh shit, cause you went straight to pits in the middle of the joint.
I think it's
the Oh, okay. Yes, sir, Steve.
making the gears longer is killing my momentum. I'm gonna try to shorten it by 2. See if that helps.
Sorry, quick, so Drama has a tool for Wonder. that your literal screen, it makes your screen go red and you can't click anything. It says if you want to continue saving work, and it forces you to save your work every like 15 or 20 minutes.
It's kind of like, even though it's just like kind of like a forced reminder, like save.
Exactly. Instead of like you forgetting, it's just forcing you to save. Oh yo, can you try to do this? That's the one thing.
Oh yeah, save that joint quick.
I switched. Say again?
Oh, my fault, I didn't hear you. I don't even think you can do it after. I'm just like, it's called after. You talking about the lights and all that? That's what I'm saying. I just want to kind of just drive and get on, and then you can do the edits after if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, but yeah, everything's in the chat.
Oh, because I've been driving, I've been chilling with my son all day, doing regular dash chef, or get out of the car and
This pit puts me in the wrong direction. Okay, what did we do for gearing again?
No, not third gear, 90 miles an hour. And then one click up on the gear, or on the tires from stock. On all four. That's it. Just in brake pressure. You can play around with your brake pressure and shit.
Let me drive the boat. You said what server am I getting on? Probably jump in Englishtown with Sideways in it. Get some BBC on real quick. Come ass right up. Yo, Sideways, tell me why I didn't never notice Mad Mike, right, has the MOZA sequential shifter in that McLaren. I said, what?
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Too far.
Bro, I didn't even see that. I really watched a video of them showing everything, like, you know, the in, the out. I'm like, what had me fucked up was when he was,
Sorry. As I was pulling out of the
Did you see it? Did you see the McLaren, how he has the MOZA sequential next to the e-brake? Like,
yeah, that was a hot topic on for a while.
He put the e-brake closer to him, so the sequential is on the right side of the e-brake, so as he's pulling down on the e-brake, he can downshift by just pushing up on the sequential. It was like, it had really put up and messed up. Yeah, because that's like smooth to have like that, because it's easy, so close to you that you just kind of get bumping the sequential with your fist as you're holding, because if you got the e-brake, you're holding it with your palm, right?
Yo, who drifting? Come drift on this BBC BM.
in practice for. We'll get it. Everything's in
What's Adam on? Like his fourth drift car now? He's had
something like that.
He's had that the blue BMW. Then he's had that Supra, right? Then now he's doing that. What was it? The Eurofighter?
Oh,
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, like I seen him working on that BMW, like.
Yeah, this is his thing.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's what's up, bro. It's just crazy to see some of the journey, you know what I mean? Like, go from first car. It's like the way you build it. Even his girl's car is nice. His girl's nice.
Their store owners will not breaking out.
I wonder if she paid for the car or he did, because what do we know with the car? So it's a new cheap.
I'm sure he probably paid for everything.
That's tough. That's tough. So naughty boys. Shit.
Everything about the music. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I did do that. Thanks for that. Going back to the States.
Oh shit. Yo, what we going?
A little bit left.
And let me see what Brooklyn Park's looking like.
Yeah, I'm tired of Brooklyn Park. Cut off the right track.
Yeah, I just want to see what his graphics is looking like at Brooklyn Park.
In VR?
No, he's not in VR. And what is it?
These are my VR clips. Traffic and shit. They're like fast, I guess. I don't know. They look good enough for this.
That BMW.
Yo, my fucking new tire is so good right now, bro. Oh, this is so good. I'm fucking firing out the shit out the way. Dude, I can make a car with one year to try another.
Oh, what's up, Michael? I didn't realize that was you. Hey, what's up? Do you notice that I can actually like power transition, like clutch transition, and like just quite a bit faster.
Oh, fuck.
I think this is my favorite version of the car so far.
Shit, that was crazy. I'm getting so out of line.
This is map just like...
Yes. Really? I'm getting 160.
Well, I'm on that.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's good with all the trees. Yeah, they got mad trees in there.
Set up a tent outside the shop. Like sleeping bag. Alright, have a good night, Felix.
Oh yeah, the sun over the horizon. Yeah. That shit looks crazy.
Second.
What's your update on the 180?
The 180 is leaving. There was never a 180 before.
Back to switch the
yeah, I never had a 180. That was the last thing I would tell her.
Get up right there.
Just add 180.
Crazy already. Looking on high. Aren't you?
I said we'll do line now.
Oh shit. It sounded like you said do my mind, right? And do my mind. It's like fuck you and like Podium.
That's funny.
I swear I thought I heard him say that. I'm like, DJ. Basically it said fuck you and Vietnamese and good. So I thought whatever he said to you and then he's like, do my mind, like fuck you, dude. I'm like, hold on, Chinese? Hold on. Nah, I didn't know. I'm like, you over there speaking Vietnamese and shit.
Every language in the world. No, you know that dude on YouTube though who speaks like 20 different languages? So around the world and like beats. And like and like the workers will like you only understand the story. They'll function crazy.
They go crazy over there and they look at him like he's some freaking alien, like like, yo, like, yeah, this alien speaking our language. Like, what? Like,
white man speaking.
Nah, that is trippy though. That is trippy. Like,
it's crazy.
I think
you look at each other. The reactions are the
I think it's because you probably speak it so fluently. Because you know, like us, we can say something in Spanish, and a Spanish person like he's not Spanish because you can hear like the English dialect in it type shit. Like, so when he says it, he sounds like an Asian person speaking, like, you know, whatever he's speaking at the moment. You know what I mean? That's why they be like, what?
Alright, Line Rock's up. You can get it on the Discord if you don't have it.
Yeah, Line Rock's got some smooth ass different turns and shit.
Yeah, they have flow. It's just flow.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Flow. I even like that new track, the London Ham.
London Ham, yeah.
I've been waiting to hear somebody pronounce it right, so I can pronounce it right. I've been calling it London Ham. London Ham.
Boy, what's on?
You guys know it. No, we don't. Who the fuck are you? Fuck out of here. Whoa.
Damn, she said you stitched yourself up.
Damn, bro.
I didn't know you were That's like sideways. I be setting myself up with sideways. You say some crazy shit. I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't do that.
Oh, that's funny stuff. Yeah, you guys went up to like every Formula Drift track. Oh, you never seen a fucking Manic color before?
Back in my baby. Get all the bitches.
How did Sideways act when he seen that on LZ?
Bro, Cypress was acting mad weird. No wonder I fucking Podium was.
He was fan. He was fan. He was fan.
At the last time.
No, he was fan. We call it Star.
I'm right here. I'm about to go to my VC though.
Alright, say that. Let me pull up. Let me quick. But now that's crazy. So y'all got some good flicks and shit with different drivers and shit. Different pictures.
I try and make as many edits as I can. Delete your AI photos.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, no.
Because you be in VR. Yeah, I was about to say, if you be in VR, you can delete the AI folder. For people that she uses the OBS plugin?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So, you know what it probably was? Something production. I forget.
D-Bag.
Yeah, D-Bag uses it. So for a person like D-Bag, you wouldn't want to delete the AI folder because it deletes the track folder, the track cam folder. So meaning like the track cam OBS track, that the cameras that's like following you around the track, it would delete that.
The cinematic cameras. So just rename your AI folder. Don't delete it. And then you can just go back and rename it when you want to watch the replay.
Oh, it makes sense. So it's like renaming it is like almost like you're deleting it.
Yeah, all I literally do is go to my AI folder and I add an R to the end of the thing. It says AI on it.
Alright, makes sense. And then you just take out the R out, and then it goes back to normal. And
it goes back to normal track.
Quick little fix, I like that.
My 86 is so good right now, bro. Oh my god. Physics-wise, this thing is immense.
Yo, you said that like, who the fuck made this burger? Like, hold on, I'm scared to say I was in that GRX. That's right.
No, this is mine.
But the way you said it at first, it sounded like whoever's in there is like, they don't want to answer, then he's like, you gave a good ass fucking run. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that was
it's retired. I just came up. I just came up with my new tires, bro. It's just a pizza that has 245 rear 35 on this one. I got a Federal 595, which is basically like real, not real fucking. That's the shit I used to fucking practice on in my drift ride in Japan. Then we got some Pergia, Omidars. These are like sport drift tire. Then you got some Advance, like your Toge grip tire. And then you got your track race slick. These are your A7. And I got other sizes for my other car too.
Manoa's car is just insanely quick. Like I'm dropping tire pressure. I'm trying everything. I'm trying to understand why is it so quick. I mean, he's off the line very fast, which, you know, in real life you wouldn't be that quick off the line, but still trying to adjust to how fast some cars on off the line are.
Financially stable, just a drop.
But look, if he does like
for his RTR to be making,
if he only drifts with his friends, it won't be as good as if he practices with a bunch of different other people that drift, so that way he can build up his seat time going against other people instead of the same type of people, like what's his name, Kirk? You get what I mean? Like his friends, his close friends. So if he goes against different, like if Kirk puts other people against TP while he's practicing, getting his seat time for the whole year, he should be ready. But if he does it only for Kirk and people like that, you're only gonna be that good. You know what I mean? Because you're practicing with that same type of style, or you're going against that same type of whoever, you know, his initiation is. Exactly. So I think if he does that, he'll be good to go. He'll be ready.
We're in practice working, yeah, just up there. Texas weenies and fucking Calgary people. Sorry,
You're like that car angle kit is a lot shorter because my car is a Mustang. It has a lot of angle and I'm trying to adjust and make it shallow and that keeps me slightly close, but not as close as I want it to be. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because how short that car is and my car is long. I'm not quite sure. It's just insanely difficult to keep up to. Obviously, the driver as well is doing a great job driving it, but I'm trying to try my best here to keep up to it.
wish.
Like, I don't know, Chad. Either that car is heavily modded from the drivers driving it, because I've seen cars before I know it has it, like you can modify and make it quicker than what it already is. I had no idea. I reverted the car back to normal. I was able to keep up with that Mustang just now. And yet after takeoff, we're both spinning tires, and yet he's just going insanely quick. And I promise if I hop on with the ACS homies, all of the drivers, I'll be able to keep up just fine. So whoever's driving, like, either that car is heavily modded. That's one thing you gotta remember about public. There's people playing this shit on fucking controllers and keyboard and shit, and they're just fucking modding and having fun. So there's no way I cannot keep up to all the other cars and not keep up to that car. Makes no sense. Those shits are fucking modded. It has to be like a tire mod or something. Whatever type of fucking mod they're using. Bro just took off the line. And it gapped me before I, like, we just, how you start up the same and the next thing you know, in a few seconds you get a gap like that, right? It makes no fucking sense. This is the thing about fucking public lobbies, bro. Public lobbies, everything goes. You get people with rocket ship mods in their car. Makes no damn sense. Fucking shit What up, Mohad? What up? I think that was a little too aggressive on my part right there. He held it. He held it, he kept going, but I'm not sure what happened. But that was definitely me. A couple of hits probably threw him off. Alright, couple more runs. I'm sweating. It's hot as hell. 90 something degrees. AC's on, but it's not doing shit. I'm gonna wash up after this because I'm sweating on my rig. Anyway. That was an insane run. One last lead and then one last chase. That's what I said the last time, but this thing can get exhilarating. All right, boys. That's all for tonight. Do some good practice. We met some insanely fast drivers who are in controller or keyboard. I don't know what the fuck mods cars they had, but they were quick. Man, this thing can get fun, annoying, anger, everything in one. I want to touch my wheels. GG zooming. That was some fun. Nice
So
driving.
you're telling me I have to pay for a fucking Patreon?
No, for a track, scroll down.
No,
It's
it's
free.
free. You just scroll down.
Oh.
Let me catch
I was about to crash out for no reason.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've done.
All right. I am out of here. Appreciate y'all for watching. If you enjoyed the runs, from my good to my worst, I was a little rusty at the beginning, but also I'm flowing in. I really gotta get an AC. I mean, I have it. This big rig already sucks up enough electricity as it is. Adding an AC on top of that is just, oh god. All right, turn all this crap off. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow or Saturday or Friday or something. I don't know. Whenever I'm on streaming again.